Hello everybody and all aboard to Chef's Choice. Day 2 of rehearsals is over and I actually got a chance to tune into the live stream of ESC United from time to time at work. So I'm kind of up to date with the performances as much as I can be with just the descriptions of the acts. And of course I've seen the official snippets. So here's my recap and reaction to today's rehearsals and whether they rose or fell in my personal opinion. If you want to hear my opinion on the second semi-final as well, subscribe so you don't miss it. Overall, I think it was actually a better day today than yesterday in regards to positive surprises. Yesterday I was slightly disappointed, but today I'm happy and let's go through all the acts. FYR Macedonia. I really liked their performance in Amsterdam, but now from what I can say it seems quite plasticky and shallow. Again, we don't see much from the snippet, but going with what we've seen here and the reactions of the song itself when it was released, I can't imagine that it will qualify. But who knows? Croatia. I really loved the song from the start, but so far I didn't think it will be strong enough a moment on stage to qualify. Now I've got a much better feeling about this. It's classy and clean, it's just about her and she does look very sexy. It's a perfect outfit that is sexy but not too revealing. It's kind of a calm version of Iveta Mukuchia. She did change up the melody here and there to make it more diverse over the 3 minutes. She sounds extremely good and the song becomes a lot more powerful. I'm so happy to see this getting better. So far this might be one of my favorite performances and I can't wait to see more of it. And even the spoken part seems to work quite well based on how I heard it in the live stream. Austria. I've watched the live stream of ESC United and saw their reaction to Austria's first run through. And they seemed really excited. The beginning must be really strong. He doesn't have any background singers on stage, which I'm glad about because I was afraid of a gospel performance. But from the snippet I feel like the stage and the camera are doing all the work. Cesár himself doesn't really feel connected to the performance yet. But of course, as with all the performances, it might come across much better through the camera. The stage itself does look great with the platform and the lights beneath it. It feels right for the song and it might all work out really well, but I'm not convinced yet 100%. Greece. I hoped that they would do something to visually explain the meaning of the song, because I'm afraid that Europe won't really get it. But apparently it's just a stage, blue and golden lights and her. It's very simple in a way, except with the flickering lights. So they are relying completely on the quality of the song and her voice. So it might be a battle of Croatia against Greece at this point in that sense. And so far Croatia does seem more modern to me. Greece doesn't really feel unique in regards of the staging. But the song of course is good, so we'll see. Finland. Well, we expected this. We knew that Finland wouldn't do a simple staging. Apparently it's better than the UMK, of course, and out of the short snippet that we've seen it's really hard to guess what the rest of the performance will look like. But for me all the stuff that's apparently going on is exactly what maybe brings her down. It's the epitome of plastic pop. It might even become borderline tacky. She will have to focus on too many things at once, so she might not come across real enough through the camera. I'm excited to see it though, of course, and I guess it could surely be fun enough to qualify. The staging itself looks quite nice and it will be very memorable, but if you're doing a performance like this, you need to have the presence and the budget of Lady Gaga, and I'm not sure if it's on that level. Armenia. From what I can tell so far, I still think it's a song that if it qualifies, it's only because it comes so late in the semi-final. Otherwise nobody would remember it. I like the stage setting with these poles that kind of give it something ritualistic. So they definitely improved the staging since Armenia's national final, but I'm not sure if that's enough. I guess it comes down to his presence on camera. Switzerland. I was worried that the big stage would be too much for Zips to fill, but they seemed to perform quite well and Co uses the stage wisely. I think they are giving everything they can and they are playing to their strength. The photographs of the rehearsals look amazing, so if the same energy comes across through the TV screen, it might be enough to qualify. What I like is the start, where they added short breaks between the first couple of lines, like they did in the music video, although shorter of course. But this might be really helpful to get the attention. I think the spot after Armenia also gives it a boost. Ireland. I love this. The two dancers from the music video are back and they have this really cute stage setting with a street light and the bank underneath, and it starts snowing. It could have become really cheesy in a bad way, but I think it works really well from what I've seen so far. I guess Ireland can't expect any points from Russia, but they will get points from quite a few countries, I think. It's really adorable, and Ryan, who is standing beside the dancers with his guitar, despite actually just playing the soundtrack for the performers, still feels like a part of it. I just don't quite understand why they needed the piano player. But I really hope that it will qualify, and it's actually one of my favorites right now as well. Cyprus. The press room went crazy during Eleni's first run-through, so she seems to do a lot of things right. She looks amazing, the choreography works well with her dancers, and she still delivers vocally. I'm sure this will be a great ending of the night, making a lot of Eurovision fans happy. I'm not sure about the jury votes, but I think they do love a good performance as well, even if it's not the most fine art song. It is very Eurovision, and I guess there will be people that love it and others that think it's too cliché. But because her vocals are incredible despite her shaking her ass off, I think people will respect it. To me, she's a much stronger performer than Saara Aalto, so I think I will be loving it, and it surely deserves to qualify. So I think we had a slightly rough start yesterday with some disappointments, but now we're back with full power, and now I'm excited for the semi-final. Basically, anything can happen, and I think George R.R. Martin would enjoy this bloodbath that is bound to happen. So here's a quick recap and my qualification prediction for semi-1. Azerbaijan, I think it gets completely overshadowed by the second half of the semi, so I'd say no. Iceland, definitely no. Albania, it could go either way. It's a long way until the votes start, so a strong maybe. Belgium, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't make it through. For me, it's a no. Czech Republic, well, we don't know yet whether Mikolas can perform after his accident in his semi, or whether they will put him into semi-2 to give him more time to recover. But I think he could qualify, although it's not 100% certain. Lithuania, it did improve a lot as far as I can tell. Earlier it would have been a no for sure, but now it's a maybe. Israel, 90% yes, but everything can happen. Belarus, I think the theatre won't work. Estonia, a pretty certain yes. Bulgaria, a very probably yes. Macedonia, definite no. Croatia, I hope so, but it's not certain. Austria, probably yes. Greece, it's hard to tell, but I would be mentally preparing for not making it through. Finland, it does deserve a place in the final because it will be entertaining, but I wouldn't be too shocked if it didn't. Armenia, definite no for me, it's swallowed by everything around it. Switzerland, I really hope they qualify, but it's around 50% for now. Ireland, please yes. Cyprus, pretty certain yes. So that's all for semi-final 1. I think overall the second half will be more exciting than the first, of course with some exceptions on either side. But what do you think? Tell me in the comments below. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I see you tomorrow for the first half of the second semi-final. Bye!